Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schroep, physical therapist.
Brad Heine, physical therapist.
Because we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to show you how to use a TENS unit with quadricep strain or tendonitis. We're also going to show you basically correct pad placement. At the end of the video, we're also going to show you a quick treatment that you can do along with the TENS.
At home.
Not while the TENS is on, but after the TENS has been on. A lot of times there's a afterglow, could you say, of using TENS, the effect stays on longer.
Residual, it continues to maintain
the pain down.
Exactly.
So we are not actually going to show you how to use a TENS unit per se. Brad and I have seen or experienced dozens of TENS units, and all the ones on the market seem to be pretty good, to be honest with you.
Right.
Pretty surprising.
Right.
They're strong enough and they're compact. Some of them, the instructions aren't that great.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we decided, we did decide we're going to endorse one brand. We're going to endorse the iRelieve brand because they are FDA approved. They're compact. They're powerful. They're well priced. We thought they got a price range, and they have really good instructions.
Right.
So good website, good customer service.
Yeah.
So what we did is we actually did step-by-step instructions of 3 of their models. The 1313, which is their lower end model, all the way up to their 5050, which is their high end model. And there's also the 8080, which is a nice mid-range model that we kind of like.
Right, right.
So what you want to do is just go to bobandbrad.com, our website, go to the program section, and under the program section, find the TENS section. And we got a whole bunch of videos on TENS. And under those TENS, you'll find instructions for the 1313, the 5050, and the 8080.
So there's all these videos. You find the one you want, click on it, read it, or watch it, and then we give you, and you don't have to give your email or anything.
Right.
You can print a PDF out with a summary of the whole video so that you can use it for reference later on. That way you don't have to keep going back and forth through your computer. It's a gem of a deal.
Yeah, it's a gem of a deal because it's all free, like Brad says. So what we're going to show you today is where to place the pads for a quadricep problem. Now, this is always an experiment because you're going to try different pad placement. We're going to give you some guidelines, but whatever, you got to find out what works for you.
Right. It's not hard though.
It's not hard.
Yeah,
no.
Actually, it's it works well.
And we're going a little backwards today because today we're going to start off with 4 pads, and Brad's going to show you some variations of that.
Right. So with your pads, there's going to be a plastic sheet like this, and the pads will be stuck on there. As you can see, I've got them on my leg right now. They're yellow and green, but that's not how they'll come. That is just for this video. We put that on there.
They'll put tape on there.
They'll come either all black or all white. But the yellow ones you can see, well, you maybe can't see on there, but that's channel 1. So that's one wire. And on the unit, it'll say channel 1. That's the controls for that. And then channel 2 are the green ones. And the red mark on my leg is not a problem with my skin.
Looks like a disease or something.
I know. That just represents, let's say I tore my quadriceps and that's where I tore it. That's where the pain is. If I push on there, it's really tender. But I put arrows on there because this is not just tender here, but it's radiating out. It's like, man, my whole quadriceps painful. So if you use 4 pads, you're going to get a larger area of pain management and control and make it feel better. Now, how you put it on is the important part, and that's the big part of this video. You'll see this is the center of the pain, but it radiates out here. I'm putting channel 1. I'm going to disconnect these wires just because it's a little easier to show you. But, of course, obviously, you're not going to run it without the wires connected. So channel 1, I put here and here. Channel 2 here and here. Now keep in mind with TENS, it's a small amount of electrical current that passes through channel 1. It goes from one pad to the other. So there's current running through here, and then there's current running through here. So it makes a crisscross, and it's going to give you pain relief. I just had this on about 5 minutes ago.
Sure.
It really works well. I could feel the whole...
Covering the whole area.
Yeah, it was just giving a nice sensation. So you can put it on this way. If that doesn't seem well, oh, one more point, really important, particularly you can see with me, I got this hair.
Sure.
If you happen to have a lot of hair on your legs, you're going to want to shave it because it's uncomfortable to tear it off. The pads stick, the hair sticks to the pads and they don't stick as well, and they don't conduct the current as well, so it's not as effective. So,
and in addition to that, you may want to use soap and water prior to using
Exactly.
electrodes because, again, it gets the oil of your skin off.
yeah, he's
the
saying
surface.
wash that quad good with soap
Yeah,
and water.
and again, the oil of your skin can interfere with the stickiness of the pads, so
yep.
they'll last longer if you get rid of that.
Exactly. So we hook it up after you clean your skin, a shaved, clean your skin, hook it up just like this, turn it on. You'll turn channel 1 on and then channel 2 and ramp it up till it feels good. If for some reason it doesn't feel right, it's like, I don't know, it's helping, but it's not right, then there's other options. You can rotate. I'm just going to take everything and rotate 90 degrees. I'm going to put, we're going to go here.
Right there, yeah.
Actually, is that 90 degrees or am I going 45?
I
Actually,
think that's
45.
45.
Yeah. Oh, this feels good. Toughen up, Heineck. There we go. That's the hair coming off of out of my skin.
Yeah, you won't have to shave.
That's right. Yeah, just do this enough. There we go.
There you go. So now it forms a cross instead of an X.
Yeah.
So basically the same thing, just turned a little bit. But
yeah, if you got a mechanical or engineering time in mind, you can say it's a difference. You just rotated 45 degrees,
Right.
which it is. But this may feel different than before, and it's going to give you a better response.
And the muscles might not contract as much
Right.
one way or the other, and it might feel a little more comfortable.
Right.
So that's not necessarily the case that it's not helpful. Let's talk about a smaller area, Brad.
Sure.
Let's say like an area right here. Let's say you have tendonitis. That's where my quad hurt when I was having problems, like right above the kneecap.
Right, where
So-
the muscle goes to the tendon.
Yeah.
That interface right there is very common. So let's say this is not the painful spot.
So you have a small
It's right
area.
there.
So we're going to use 2 pads.
Oh, there's my painful spot right above the kneecap. Ooh, I'm going to go right on top of it.
Sure, and that's one option.
And we're only going to use, and this is a real specific spot,
Sure.
we're just going to use one channel or 2 pads, channel 1 in this case. One thing for sure, as Bob says, it's an experiment on where the pad placement, with the exception of you never want the pads touching or too close. You want to have the distance
About pads width.
of a pads width apart. I mean, you can vary a little bit, but that's the general rule. And I could go here. I could move this over here. I could put it over here. And, you could actually go below the kneecap.
Sure.
It depends. You may have pain radiating that way, and it might be
I probably wouldn't go on the bone itself.
Right.
Probably below the bone.
right on that tendon. And, you could go anywhere you would like. You can also gap or bridge, I should say, the point of pain. In other words, one on this side and one on this side. Now, you'll find that this is over my VMO muscle. It's going to make that muscle want to contract. And if that's bothering you, you may want to switch that and move it here or here, bridging that painful area. And that's what Bob was referring to. And it's an experiment.
Yeah.
If you're going to put it here, it might be problems if you're active because that skin is going to move with the motion, which can interfere with the conductivity of that pad, and that kind of can give some problems sometimes.
Yeah, the nice thing about TENS is you can hook it up, and if you put it under your pants over it, nobody even knows you have it on.
Right.
And you can have it on for an hour or so, and
Yep.
and you can get relief for that entire time.
Right.
And these always enhance blood flow too.
Sure.
Which helps some healing. And so
There's that one therapist you had mentioned. I have never read anything on, but he's out east, I believe, and he treats a vast majority of patients with TENS unit.
yeah,
And I mean, so that's
It's
not
interesting.
typical, but it's.
I think he's retired now. Was it Kuhn or something? No. Yeah,
No.
I don't remember his name. Sorry. All right. So at the end of this video, we recommended that we said that we're going to show you a recommended treatment. One of the treatments for a quadricep problem like this is cross fiber massage. Now you can do it yourself with your own fingers and hands, or maybe even take your knuckles and going across the fibers of the muscles. The muscles run this way, and you can work it this way. But to be honest with you, it's very difficult, and I would recommend probably using some type of machine. We really like the massage guns. Renfo makes a nice massage gun. They got quite a variety of them.
Yeah.
This is one that's actually adjustable. The head is adjustable on there. But it's got great power, and it's got great, you like to call it translation, Brad? Where it really percusses. Travel. Really percusses well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here. It's got 4 levels. That really gets in there. So this is so much easier. You want to have the quad nice and relaxed. Yeah. And you can work across the fibers this way.
When you have a large mass muscle group like the quadriceps, that's when it's going to work a little better. I mean, Bob says you can do it with your hands, and go ahead. That'll work. But your hands are going to get tired.
Yeah, fatigue very rapidly.
Right, and that's fine. I mean, I've done it like that many times.
Yeah.
And then I've used this, and it's like, oh, this is really nice.
Right.
And if you are an active person, you can use this all over your, not all over, but your quads, your hamstrings, your calf muscles, shoulders, pecs.
Especially the heavier muscles. And it comes with actually a lot of different attachments. And you know what? I haven't opened this today. I'll bet you I'm going to open it and the attachments won't be in there.
Oh, I suppose you're going to blame it on your wife, aren't you? But here you can see that the translation.
Well, there's a couple in here anyway. Yeah. There's more for a point.
Yep.
Get in there. Another
specific.
ball. And here's one that can actually work along the spine and stuff like that. So it's working different areas, right?
Yeah, that's what they say, but I'd be cautious with it.
This,
if you are down by the kneecap, you're not going to want to go on your kneecap with this, but you can go horizontally and get a really nice cross-friction massage just above the kneecap.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit, Brad, here. I had this problem, quadricep tendonitis. I used the ball, and I went along the edge of the kneecap, and that baby just felt so good.
Sure.
And actually, it took away my problem. I had quadricep tendonitis. It took it down to 90% away.
But you're on the edge, not on the kneecap.
On the edge, just on the edge. But
See,
it was
not
surprising.
Feeling good.
It kind of felt so good.
Yeah.
It hurt so good.
Well, that's the thing. When you're using this, it shouldn't create pain and make it worse. It should feel like either hurts so good, and when you're done, it feels really good, like you did the right thing. So don't get too aggressive with it right away.
All right. Thanks for watching.